Welcome all to STTO Talk Live. I'm your host, Guy La Rochelle, and the subject of this video is the teamwork it takes between Skilled Trades Tutors Online, aka the sponsor, and its customers, aka the employer / mentor, and in adding new skilled trade apprentices to their workforces, which something that is going to be needed. Our young Albertans from the ages of 16 to 24 look to see what their roles in the future will be. It looks bleak knowing that their unemployment rate is at least 30%. That's high. With our guiding hands, our sponsored apprentices know what must be learned next, not by their employers, but by us. We deal with their competency portfolios and sign them off, providing a more respectful and stress-free relationship between the apprentice and their employers. And we all need a little less stress in our lives. Respectful in the way that the apprentice can now take control of the needs of education or experience without putting that weight on their employer. Wow, finally. Stress-free in the way that employers now know that they will not be involved other than mentoring and providing time off for schooling, and they will be kept abreast of all the signing offs, that's important, in the competency portfolio of their employees. And that's important because now they're going to know what you know as an apprentice. Sponsors will encourage and enable progression and completion of an apprenticeship program. That's very important. That person's job is to make sure that it does get completed. Their work must be supervised and documented, being submitted to the sponsor daily. That's important. Employers, through a co-sponsorship agreement with us, will have full access to these daily reports. That's important. And an understanding of how their apprentice is progressing through their apprenticeship. That's always something good to know. Understanding what you go through to be a skilled trades license holder is very important for the role of being a sponsor, who can work with your hiring team in adding new skilled trade apprentices. Yes, being licensed as a tradesman myself, I feel that there's an experience that can be transferred to my sponsored apprentices. Sponsors will encourage and enable progression and completion of an apprenticeship program, ensuring high quality pay, on-the-job instruction through mentoring apprentices learn the most up-to-date standards and practices in their technical training. That's very important to keep your company ahead. So hiring apprentices helps. As a service provider introducing sponsorship to the administration of the apprentices, we work to get their portfolios filled. That's it. You want to have an apprentice that has a lot more experiences than less. With a mostly Gen X and millennial skilled trades workforce, there will be time to bring in the next level of skilled trades apprentices. Therefore, These Gen Zs and Gen Alphas are the candidates for any skilled trades. They are not easily able to find what is called a sponsor for the skilled trades. A sponsor would be able to be like a school counselor in a sense of being able to show the direction that it's going to take to get them into the skilled trades. That's very important. And also the experience that must be attained when you're employed and working for an employer with a mentor. Not to the apprentices to waste their time. That's what affects the output of employees that are apprentices to anybody that's the owner, because you're wondering, when are they going to get to the level they can start making me returns here? We have created that guiding light for any Canadian that wants to get into the skilled trades. The documentation of all of the skilled trades experience that was provided to the apprentice will be available to review with any possible new employer, so that they may understand more who they're hiring and where they will fit in the workforce. Yes, if you have candidates for a position and they are backed up with sponsored apprenticeship from before, there's going to be a lot more knowledge gained from that individual as to what he's capable or what she's capable of. When asked what experience do you have, that's me, we're able to bring experience as licensed trades holders. Like I said, gas fitter A and refrigeration mechanic are the trades that I'm presently licensed in. I'm the HVAC guy. Industrial HVAC-R work experience from the oil sands has been most of the work I've done here in Fort McMurray, Alberta. And that's the big stuff, the oil sands. The fact that I was able to have an apprentice that was able to get both the gas fitter A and the refrigeration mechanic license through my mentorship meant I could do it for others. Yes, I was able to duplicate myself with somebody that came off of a haul truck. Came to me knowing nothing, but after the amount of experience that he needed, he was able to do the work, and he's still there working now. My latest adventure is being a skilled trades sponsor registered in Alberta, and to provide help get a better start to the trades. It was through the concerns of two parents that were both in the trades and that their son wanted to get into the trades, but they knew nothing about that trade, so they sent him to me. Isn't that something? Electrician and an HVAC guy, and the son wants to be a heavy-duty mechanic. It's a tough one. That's what the guiding light of a sponsor can be. If you are a parent or guardian of someone between 15 and 19, the responsible way of making sure that these young high schoolers understand that the future needs skilled trades to keep the infrastructure alive. Yeah, instead of being in your basement, that's what I try to tell most parents. That's what I try to tell anybody. It's better they learn something than do nothing. Here in Fort Mac, responsibilities include sign apprentices education agreements with apprentices so they may be part of an employer's wants to increase their workforce for a specific trade. That's very important too. If all of a sudden this solar kicks in and everybody wants to be an electrician, it's going to be tough administering all that stuff, and it's happening. So using a sponsor takes a lot of the weight off. The apprenticeship must be supervised by a mentor who is a certified journey person or holds a recognized trade certificate. It's always important to talk to your journey people about the possibility of mentoring an apprentice before starting. It's makes it a lot easier, right? But with the sponsor there, the pressure's not as much because the documentation, I've already taught you this. Yeah, it's right here on your portfolio. It's more documented and everybody knows where he stands. And you want to be able, before an apprentice starts on job instructions, that they have an understanding of what they're doing. So of course, if the portfolio has that section checked off, you know that's been done before, it's going to be done a lot easier if it's repeated than if it's first time. Okay. A skilled trade sponsor is part of a team that commits to ensuring your apprentices receive high quality on-the-job instruction and progress in their apprenticeship education program. You, the employer, enter into an agreement with the sponsor who is registered with Apprenticeship and Industry Training, AIT. The sponsor helps your apprentice track and report on their job. That's hours to AIT for credit by completing and signing off your apprentice's competency portfolio. That's the key, man. Everybody knows where they're at. They know where they stand. It's you can't ask for any better than this, and that's why I really believe strongly that if you think about it this way, okay? As an employer, you're the person or the company who hires the apprentice, pays the apprentice for their work. They provide mentoring through a certified journey person so the apprentice can learn on the job. So the employer, in most cases, is also a sponsor, but not always. Here's an example. A union could be a sponsor. You, the apprentice, is sent to different employers to work while you're signed under that single union sponsor. So now, instead of a union, you're using a service provider, and that's Skilled Trades Tutors Online. It makes it so that there's a better understanding of where the teamwork is going to fit in. And what I really want to do is be able to provide employers or my customers a better way to have a workforce that they know what they can do. You send them on a job, you know they can do it. Or you know how many parts of the job they can do. Maybe not all of it. Maybe there's a fifth part they're going to learn or something. You just have a better idea. your planners, the people who want to put these teams together, understand more what these individual apprentices have as strengths. And if they need to get those strengths, we find places for them to get the strengths so that they come to you with a more full portfolio, allowing you to be able to make use of their services in more aspects than ever. Thank you for your time. This is going to be it for this one. I'm hoping if there's any questions, you can just send me an email at gjlarochelle, no, I think that's what it is, at skilltradestudors.online.ca. Thank you very much for your time.